halfway through Book 1 and a hidden story. Hi, this is Chris again. Wow, we are now halfway through Book 1 and I am so pleased with the stories so far. I'm also so happy with how Hope has been reading the stories that I'm asking her if she will do the rest of the book. Well, I do plan though to ask others to read the stories in books 2 and 3. But what has surprised me is that I found out that all the animals so far have actually gotten together to collaborate on an amazing project without my knowledge. So here it is, a story that will only appear here and will not be in the actual books. The Talent Show Mishap. The first 13 animals in Where the Animals Speak lived in a quiet corner of the forest where life was usually quite uneventful. One day, Bella the brave bear, inspired by an old torn poster for a travelling circus, had an idea. "Let's put on a talent show," she roared, which mostly sounded like a loud grumble. Andy the anxious ant nearly fainted at the thought of performing in front of a crowd. "But what if I forget my lines? What if I trip on the stage? What if the audience boos?" he squeaked. Bella simply patted him, almost crushing him, and said, "Nonsense, Andy. Everyone has a talent." Carlos, the clever cat, ever the opportunist, offered to be the stage manager, which mostly involved batting at the curtains, made of old spider webs, and rearranging the props, mostly shiny pebbles. Daisy, the daring dog, convinced she was a natural acrobat, practiced her leaps, but kept getting distracted by squirrels, resulting in several near collisions with the makeshift stage. Ellie the elegant elephant, determined to showcase her grace, tried, and hilariously failed, to juggle coconuts, which mostly ended up bouncing off Freddie the fearless fox's head. Freddie, deciding that comedy was his forte, volunteered to tell jokes, but kept getting them mixed up. "Why don't scientists trust atoms?" he'd begin. Because they're always trying to cross the road." "No, wait." He continued to confuse the animals and to look very bemused. Gina, the gentle goat, ever the peacemaker, brought a bouquet of garden flowers to decorate the stage, but Harry, the happy hedgehog, kept using them as tiny, spiky hats before rolling off in a small, prickly ball. Iggy, the incredible iguana, convinced he was a rock star in disguise, said he could sing a power ballad, but kept forgetting the words. Instead, he ended up singing about the importance of eating flies and making very weird faces. Katie, the kind kangaroo, feeling sorry for Iggy, offered to give a demo of her amazing kick, but she lost her balance, kicking the musical instrument to the top of the highest tree. But the real chaos started when Jasper, the joyful jackal, decided to mend the stage with some loose planks of wood. He was determined to repair the stage so that they could put on a good show. His dance moves actually made a mess, and the animals all laughed at his misfortune before trying to help him. The show was going terribly. Just then, Millie, the marvellous mouse, seeing the general state of disaster and knowing it was time to act, scurried onto the scene. She offered her talents as a special technician. As the band began to play their songs, Millie started to use all of her skills to illuminate the scene, and suddenly the trees and the mountains came alive with lights in a wonderful and beautiful way. The animals were all thankful for Millie and for her many talents. The talent show was a disaster, but it was also the most fun the animals had ever had. They all realized that it was about getting together and having a good time, and they decided to try and help each other as much as they could.